Hi friends, welcome back. Welcome to another very important prediction for the Prelims examination 2025. Guys, if you analyze the PYQs, one trend which you will observe is UPSC focuses those topics where that events are having anniversary that year. So guys, generally whenever any event there is 10th anniversary or there is a 20th anniversary or 100th anniversary, definitely that question has a very high chance to come in the prelims examination. Guys, this year we are observing 20 years of the 2004 tsunami. So what kind of questions we can expect on this topic? Because recently there were various articles on international newspapers on this topic of 20 years of 2004 tsunami. Particularly the articles focused upon mangroves, how mangroves protected the coastal areas in the 2004 tsunami. So let us start our discussion, guys. We are also going to see some of the PYQs which have already come on this topic so that we understand what is the mindset of the question setters. Guys, again and again, I have been telling you that you have to develop the right mindset. Do not just run after knowledge. With knowledge, you need the right mindset and right skill set to crack this examination. Let us start discussion, guys. So this was the 2011 question which has come on the 2004 tsunami. As I told you, this is 2024 and we have completed 20 years of this event. So we can expect a question on tsunami, 2004 tsunami and related topics. So for that, what I have done is that I analyzed the last 20 years paper, and from that I could see one question which has come on this topic directly. Guys, you can see 2004 tsunami made people realize the mangroves can serve as a reliable safety hedge against coastal calamities. How do mangroves function as a safety hedge? You can see the options where the mangrove swamps separate human settlements from sea by a wide zone in which people neither live nor venture out. This is incorrect. The mangroves provide both food and medicine which people need in terms of in times after disaster. That is also not correct. The mangrove trees are tall with dense canopies and serve as excellent shelter during cyclone. This is also not correct. And last option, the mangrove trees do not get uprooted by storms and tides because of their extensive roots. This is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. So guys, you can see here, this is the diagram of mangrove forest in the coastal areas. You can see how extensive the roots are of the mangroves. So whenever there is any storm or cyclone or tsunami coming and hitting the coastal areas, so these extensive roots of mangroves basically prevent the coastal communities from getting hurt from those coastal surges or storms. So let us see, guys, how these roots play an important role. So guys, you can see, before we discuss this topic, let us first discuss what are tsunamis, because you may get a question on tsunamis also. Guys, tsunamis are harbor waves. Tsunamis are harbor waves or seismic waves which generally occur in the sea because of vertical displacement of water. Vertical displacement of water. And what are the reasons for vertical displacement of water? It is, you can see here, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Sometimes undersea landslides also leads to this vertical displacement of water. Whenever there will be a vertical displacement of water, waves are generated, and these waves then start moving towards the coast. So guys, when these waves are moving in the ocean, when these waves are moving in the ocean, what will happen is that the height of the waves are low. Why? Because that time what will happen is that the speed of the waves are very high and the wavelength of the wave is very high. Okay, but when the tsunami wave starts approaching the coast, what happens? The height of the waves increases because reduction in the wavelength, reduction in the wavelength, because of which what happens? These high waves, they create lot of destruction in the coastal areas. This is very, very important. Let us see, guys, the speed of the wave in the ocean depends upon the depth of the water. It is more in the shallow water than in the ocean deep. As the result of this, the impact of tsunami is less over the ocean and more near the coast where they cause large scale devastation. Therefore, ships at sea is not much affected by the tsunami, and it is difficult to detect a tsunami in the deeper parts of the ocean. It is so because the over deep water the tsunami has very long wavelength and limited wave height. As I told you, during in the deep ocean the height is low, the length is larger. But when it approaches the coast, what happens? The wavelength of the wave, tsunami waves, reduces and the height increases. And the height increases, and these creates lot of destructions. You can see the tsunami wave raises the ship only a meter or above in the sea, but when they reach the coast, what will happen? The wavelength get reduced and the height of the waves increases. This is very, very important. Thus, these are also called shallow water waves. Tsunamis are frequently observed. Which places, guys? You can see here Pacific Ring of Fire, particularly along the coast of Alaska, Japan, Philippines, and other islands of Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and India. So these are the regions where we have more number of tsunami waves. Okay, because UPSC can also focus on the regions. Which are the regions which are more prone to tsunami? You can see Pacific Ring of Fire. This is a favorite topic of UPSC. Pacific Ring of Fires is the active zone as far as volcanoes and earthquakes are concerned. So all the countries which are situated along the Pacific Ring of Fire, like Japan, Alaska, Philippines, okay, they have high frequency of tsunami waves. They have high frequency of tsunami waves. You can see most of the Southeast Asian countries, most of the East Asian countries, they have this tsunami uh, danger. Okay, so guys, you can see in India, which are the two regions which are prone to tsunami. So in India, you can see this is the Sunda Arc. Okay, this was the 2004 tsunami which happened in the Sunda Arc, and this is the Marakan coast. Okay, these are the two regions which are like active as far as tsunami is concerned. Okay, so these are the two regions where we can face tsunami in future. So we have to be prepared. So now let us come to the mangroves topic. So in mangroves, two kinds of questions can come. One kind of question is that what are the adaptations, ecological adaptations of mangrove trees which help them survive in the saline environment. So guys, mangroves have specialized features which help them survive the extreme conditions of the estuaries. So guys, what are these? So you can see some of the mangroves, okay, remove salt from the brachysterein using their roots. They also have special glands on the leaves that secrete soil. Further, guys, mangrove species are laterally spreading roots with attached vertical anchor roots. These roots are very shallow because the soil is shallow around the mangrove forest is typically flooded during the high tides, and many species of mangrove trees have aerial roots. So one of the very important adaptation of mangroves is the aerial roots which are called pneumatrophs, so that they can take oxygen directly from the air for the roots. This is very, very important. Another adaptation is the unique method of reproduction. Instead of forming seeds that fall on the soil below and begin growing, mangrove seeds begin growing while they are attached to the parent tree as well. This is very, very important. So mangrove seeds, they start growing in the tree itself. Okay, in the tree itself. This is very, very important adaptation. And the question which came in 2004, what was the question? Why during the 2004 tsunami, the regions where we had mangroves, they got protected? The answer to this question, you can see, the answer to this question is, you can see here, the you can see is wide mangrove belts, ideally thousands of meters across, can be effective in reducing the flooding impact of storm surges occurring during major storms. This can significantly reduce flood extent in low-lying areas. Okay, and you can see wide areas of mangroves can reduce tsunami heights, helping to reduce the loss of life and damage of property. The dense roots of mangroves help to bind the soil. This is very important. Dense root of mangrove. So it is basically, the reason is the extensive roots of mangroves, which basically help them to protect the habitation which are staying at the back of the mangroves from the coastal waves. Okay. Another type of questions which can come is the areas where mangroves are found. You can see this question came in 2002. You can see they have given mangroves and they have given states. Okay. So Ratnagiri mangroves, it is in Maharashtra. Kundapur mangroves, it is in Karnataka. Pichavaram, it is in Andhra Pradesh, and Vembana, that is in Kerala. Okay, so let me just show you guys. These are the mangroves areas in India. You can see West Bengal, Sundarbans, which is the most extensive mangroves in India. Then in Orissa, we have in Bhitarkanika. This is the most important here. Salt water crocodile is found, which is very important. Mahanadi, then Subarnarekha, then Devi, Dharma, and Chilka. You can see Mahanadi Delta, Subarneka Delta, Devi, Dharma Delta. Okay, so in this delta region, mangroves are found. In Andhra Pradesh, Kuringa, very important guys. Then East Godavari and Krishna deltas, there also mangroves are found. In Tamil Nadu, Pichavaram, very important. Then Muthupet, Ramnand, Pulikat, and Kajuveli. Then in Andhra, Andaman and Nicobar, okay, it is in Nicobar and Andamans. Then in Kerala, Vembanad and Kannur. Then in Karnataka, Kundapur, Karwar. Karwar is very, very important, guys. Next in Maharashtra, Ratnagiri, then Devgad, then Veldur, then Vikroli, then Malwan. Malwan was in news recently. Malwan, very important because of the Shivaji statue. Okay, this was in news, so you should, okay, know this. Next, in Gujarat also mangroves are found in Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Kambat, and Damas, Umbrat. So guys, you can see that all the deltas in the coastal regions, for example, you can see here Mahanadi, Krishna, okay, then Ganga, then Godavari, then Kaveri. Okay, you will have this mangrove vegetation in the deltas. This is very important. Delta. Okay, if the question comes, okay, in the delta regions of Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, what is found? So mangroves are found. And guys, you know that various important species are found in these mangrove forests. You can see here the Royal Bengal tiger, the crocodile, then the turtles. You can find them. So guys, like this, we see, we analyze the PYQs and the current affairs. Guys, in my prelims test series, I am analyzing a lot of important topics where we can easily predict a lot of questions in the UPSC prelims examination 2025. Further, guys, what they can ask you is, they can ask you what are the various schemes for restoration of mangrove forest in India. So guys, you can see here conservation and management of mangroves and coral reefs under National Coastal Mission Program of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So this is one of the center sector scheme for conservation of mangroves and coral reefs. Another important program is the MISTI scheme, which was launched in 2023 budget, which is very, very important. This is to conserve mangroves as unique natural ecosystem having very high biological productivity and carbon sequestration potential, and working as a bioshield. This is very important. You can see bioshield. Why mangroves are bioshield? Why mangroves are called bioshield? Because of their extensive root system. Just now we have discussed. And mangroves also help in carbon sequestration. So guys, you can see here, that is why mangroves are also called, okay, blue carbon, okay, blue carbon sequestration. You can see, guys, mangroves are found in 9 states and 3 union territories in India. 9 states and 3 union territories in India. Which are these states? Just now we have discussed. Okay, just, okay, try to write in this comment box. Let me see how many of you are able to answer. Further, guys, which are the acts which help in conservation of mangroves? So we are, guys, we have CRZ, Environment Protection Act, Wildlife Protection Act, Indian Forest Act, and Biological Diversity Act 2020, 2002. Okay, these are some of the legislations which help in preservation of mangroves. Also, guys, we have a Mangrove Alliance. Mangrove Alliance, which is a very important alliance. You can see here, Mangrove Alliance for Climate, which was launched by UAE, and India is a member of it along with Sri Lanka, Australia, Japan, and Spain. So this is just alliance created for spreading awareness about importance of mangroves. Guys, mangroves can play a very important role in mitigating climate change because it acts as carbon sequestration, blue carbon. Also, guys, with climate change, more and more storm surges are going to increase, cyclones are going to increase. So these mangroves will also help to protect the coastal habitation against these kinds of storms. So guys, like this, you see in our prelims test series, I am predicting a lot of questions. Last year, so many questions directly came from the test series. Once this video ends, I have attached a proof of it. Have a look at it. And I have also attached a link in this video, in the description of this video. Go through it. You see how UPSC is framing questions and how we are able to predict it. I have given exact proofs of it. So you can learn. See, I'm again and again saying that you have to develop the mindset. Guys, I'm telling you from my experience because I have cracked this exam 6 times. You can see some of my scorecards. I have scored one of the highest marks ever scored by any UPSC aspirant. And if you follow my instructions, the chances that you are going to qualify the prelims examination will be very high. With this, guys, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. Your every subscription helps give us motivation and it helps us to reach more and more number of students so that our hard work gives result to students. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.